While addressing what Kyle Richards did, or rather didn't, share on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 during Part 2 of the reunion, host Andy Cohen brought up she who cannot be named, referring, of course, to Morgan Wade. As Kyle made clear from the start of the season, she intentionally chose to not even mention her close friend's name, despite the singer appearing in multiple episodes the previous year. As Andy pointed out, however, many viewers at home expect Kyle to tell us everything about her life, including details about her relationship with Morgan. Her response? I'm not going to, for example, say something that is going to affect my daughter's lives for a TV show, for a network, for fans, for ratings ever, Kyle explained. So if it's going to hurt somebody that I love and care about, I don't care. This photo of a young Mauricio Umansky offers a rare look at his life before Kyle Richards. See what Kyle and Erica strategized about doing at the Season 14 reunion in Unaired Moment. Kyle Richards gets more candid than ever about Morgan Wade. She didn't ask for this life. After Bozoma St. John suggested she could have stood 10 toes down in not sharing that part of her life, rather than skirting the issue, Kyle defensively added, I could have not said anything and just zipped my mouth, like a lot of people do here. Once Dorrit Kemsley entered the chat, the two, who experienced more than their fair share of ups and downs throughout Season 14, once again went toe-to-toe about how Kyle's relationship with Morgan affected their friendship. The fact that Dorrit had previously addressed that very topic during a December 2023 appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen apparently created more issues, as Kyle put it, too. Anytime Morgan's name is mentioned in any public forum, I'm sure Kyle gets the brunt of it because she's the one who's introduced Morgan to this, Dorrit claimed. Kyle, for her part, at least partially agreed, replying, You're right in the sense that I brought her into this. And I feel guilty about that because it causes her anxiety, and she doesn't want to be part of that. Meanwhile, Andy couldn't help but add his 2 cents, pointing out that, as a professional musician, Morgan is a public figure, something that brings with it a certain level of speculation about her private life. What's more, he accused Kyle and Morgan of previously fanning those flames themselves. Putting out a music video that is like the two of you as lovers, it contributed so mightily to a conversation that was already a runaway train. And that was totally in her hands, he said, referencing Morgan's 2023 Fall in Love with Me clip. At some point, you can't have your cake and eat it too. The WVVA host elaborated that he was referring to the greater publicity and greater attraction of interest that RHOBH brought to Morgan's music career, which he claimed even helped her land a coveted New York Times profile, all while she now rebuffs the spotlight from the show. Despite any lingering guilt Kyle felt about introducing the musician to what she called the very different vibe of the Housewives fandom, however, she insisted that the added attention has not landed her in trouble with Morgan. Morgan Wade and Kyle Richards attend the 2022 American Honors and Awards at Ryman Auditorium on September 14, 2022 in Nashville, Tennessee. Photo. Leah Puttkammer/Getty Images. Kyle previously opened up more about Morgan's absence from RHOB Season 14 during Part 1 of the reunion. Morgan did not sign up for this show, Kyle said during the April 1 episode. She does not want to be part of it. She's not a part of the cast. After Garcelle Beauvais pointed out that Morgan didn't sign up for the show this season, Kyle further elaborated on the abrupt change, revealing that Morgan previously filmed RHOBH Season 13 as a favor to her. What ensued after that created a lot of anxiety for her, and she didn't ask for this life, Kyle added. So I'm trying to be respectful of somebody who didn't sign up for it. Kyle Richards defends not sharing her relationship with Morgan Wade. I feel guilty ****. In the world of reality television, where personal lives are often laid bare for millions to scrutinize, it can come as a shock when a star decides to draw a line in the sand. Kyle Richards, the beloved star of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, has always been an open book. Her journey through marriage, motherhood, and a flourishing career in the limelight has inspired many. Yet, her recent choice to keep her relationship with country singer Morgan Wade somewhat private has stirred up conversations and even criticism, not just from fans, but also from some media outlets and fellow reality stars. Richards, known for her emotional honesty and forthrightness, finds herself in a delicate balancing act. On one hand, there's the weight of the expectations set by the franchise that catapulted her into fame, and on the other, the deep, personal connections that she cherishes. "I feel guilty sometimes for not sharing more," she expressed in a recent interview. "But this is my life, and protecting it is just as important as being real with my fans." The dynamics of her relationship with Wade have garnered significant media attention, primarily because it diverges from the typical reality show narrative. While many cast members use their romances as storylines, amplifying drama and intrigue, Richards appears to favor a different approach, one centered on authenticity rather than exhibitionism. Kyle's bond with Wade blossomed amid a whirlwind of shared creative interests, laughter, and companionship. Their connection is both refreshing and grounding, offering an escape from the chaos often associated with Richards' life in front of the cameras. "Morgan means the world to me," Richards beams, her voice softening as she speaks about her partner. "I'd rather cherish those moments privately than exploit them for views or likes." However, the resistance to not sharing every detail raises eyebrows. Critics claim that as a public figure, Richards has a responsibility to her fan base to be more transparent. Yet it's essential to recognize that public personas have the right to a personal sphere. In reality TV, the lines are often indistinct, but Richards' choice to keep certain aspects of her life private drives home the point that fame does not negate individuality and security. In previous seasons, Kyle has wrestled with the ramifications of sharing too much of her life. Weddings, family conflicts, and personal struggles aired for public consumption have had profound impacts, sometimes creating rifts that took years to mend. "I've learned from my mistakes," she notes with a thoughtful expression. "Sometimes, the more you expose, the more chaos it invites. I want to enjoy my relationship without feeling like I have to justify it to anyone." As fans watch Kyle navigate this new chapter, they also witness a shift in how relationships are portrayed in the world of reality TV. The notion of privacy is increasingly becoming a valued currency, especially among younger audiences who crave authenticity over sensationalism. Reality TV continues to thrive on drama, but the desire for deeper, genuine connections has never been greater. Kyle's stance ushers in an era where vulnerability is celebrated, but so is discretion. Richards elucidates this sentiment. "It's okay to want to keep things to yourself. I feel like we can have our slice of happiness without broadcasting it all. I wish people would understand that." In her decision to not share everything about her relationship with Morgan, Richards challenges societal expectations regarding fame and personal life. The fear of judgment, that lurking specter for many public figures, has been especially salient for her. "You want to hold the good parts close," she explains. "I fear that the more I reveal, the more people will want to tear it apart." It's a valid concern that resonates beyond celebrity life. Many individuals feel the pressure to present a polished image to the world, fearing that revealing imperfections could invite hurt or scorn. This kind of introspection is particularly relevant as Kyle has faced criticism for her perceived aloofness when it comes to her friendship with other cast members. The tension within the Real Housewives franchise has often been ramped up by rivalry and feuds. And while her co-stars may grapple with airing their grievances for entertainment value, Kyle seems ready to invest in more profound connections instead. "I love my castmates, but our drama doesn't define me. Every relationship in my life is valuable, and I don't want to let the cameras dictate what it should look like. Of course, Kyle's relationship with Morgan has created its own storyline, one that deviates from past narratives surrounding love on the show. Viewers see the evolution of Kyle as a more grounded and introspective individual who seeks meaningful connections rather than fleeting moments of drama. "I'm happier than I've been in a long time," she admits, her eyes sparkling. Isn't that what we all want? To find our people? The dichotomy between sharing and not sharing is a theme that many celebrities wrestle with, but Kyle Richards has taken a courageous stance, reminding us that relationships, whether romantic or platonic, can be magical without the need for a spotlight. And as she delicately navigates a path that respects the sanctity of her love life with Morgan Wade, she reminds us all of an important lesson. Sometimes love is best enjoyed off-camera. As the season unfolds, fans will undoubtedly continue to speculate, dissect, and analyze this evolving relationship. Still, Kyle sticks to her guns, living her truth and prioritizing what matters most. While she may feel guilt over not sharing enough, perhaps there's a freedom in cherishing what's sacred and meaningful, an enchanting reality that, in her own way, she continues to share with the world.